It's Lachey checking in one time for the one time. I just wanted to come on here and thank y'all. I was trying to see if that was blurry on the screen or if it's just me. Thank y'all for all the love and support y'all showed me on my videos. That warmed my heart, y'all. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get back to the messages momentarily. Y'all, how my social battery is set up, it's the same with social media. I post something and then I be gone for days. And then I come back and I'm like, oh shit, let me respond. Thank y'all for all the birthday love too. I still ain't came back and said thank you for the birthday love on my Facebook post. Let me show y'all this river today. That's where I was sitting. Okay, wait. See right there? That's where I was sitting yesterday. And the little bugs was over there, right over there. And it rained yesterday. So the river has filled up. And that's a great metaphor. One of my homegirls, actually, shout out to you, sis, sent me her interpretation of it raining yesterday on my way home from my walk after I did that video. And rain is absolutely renewal. I don't know if I can post this back up here. I'm really trying not to bring my iPad out here at the river. Okay. But also, it's like a cycle, you know? So, it's a great metaphor to see this today. It's a cycle. It rains. When it rains, it pours, but it also restores, okay? So y'all need to know that. I brought my iPad because I got a mic that I figured would be better to hear me, and it only hooks up to my iPad apparently because I ordered it off Temu. And it was supposed to be a USB-C port, but it is an iPhone port, which I did say I had an iPhone, but it's the iPhone with the C port. So I can only use it with my iPad. So my selfie stick now is just gonna be served as a, you know what I'm saying, if I need to ward off some wildlife, because I am out here in the elements. But hopefully y'all can hear me is really what I'm trying to get to. So I'm gonna make sure I put my keys up because I do not want to lose those. I'm pretty sure I put them in here. I am going to come out here more often because it's such a place of peace for me. I used to have a place of peace like that when I was going through my trauma when I lived in Sandy Springs. And it was actually in my neighborhood. It's not too far from my neighborhood, but it takes me a mile and a half to get here and a mile and a half back. So I'm doing 3 miles for these videos. I just want you to know. Anytime you see me out here, it took me 3 miles to do it. And so praise God for that. I also had a regimen where I would do 3 miles a day when I was losing all that weight before the pandemic. I was on this website called Healthy Wage. Check that out if you're trying to lose some weight and win some money. I'll tell y'all about that on another day actually, but I actually signed back up for a step challenge on Healthy Wage because I won $17.91. 1,100, what's 17? $1,791 on Healthy Wage when I lost 40 pounds back in 2019. So basically you bet on yourself. You put how much you want to lose, how fast you want to lose it, how much money you want to bet on yourself. And if you win, they give you a certain amount. If you lose, you just lose your bet. But anyway, I'm saying that to say I'm going to be coming out here more often because this bet goes into the end of June, I think. And I figure if I can come out here and walk 3 miles, I might as well get paid for it. But also, I might as well talk to y'all, kick some shit, right? So that is the plan. I brought me a snack. I don't know if I should bring food out here because that's just one more thing I gotta carry. Next time I'll probably just make it a protein shake or something. Actually, I like eating with y'all. Eating my salad is cool and telling y'all about that. But I guess it depends on the day. But today being his and hers day, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all about that more too next week. I didn't intend to really get into that this week, but here we are making videos and shit. So his and hers day is my Thursday where I focus on masculine and feminine things. And I think it's a fine time to talk about masculine and feminine energy. Yesterday, for those who didn't know, I did make a post. So maybe I should do a trigger warning or something on these posts. I don't really know, but I won't refer to it so explicitly. I forgot, you know, social media will not feed your stuff to certain algorithms. But listen, we should all be talking about this kind of stuff for real. Let's start these conversations. But anyway, divine feminine and masculine energy. That's what I want to talk about. So we all have masculine energy. We all have feminine energy. It's just like poles. There's a north and a south pole. The law of gender. Okay. If you have never heard of the Kabbalion or the 7 Hermetic Principles, I encourage you to look them up. Also, it ties a lot into like universal law of nature. But one of the laws of the Kabbalion is the law of gender, which is masculine and feminine. Everything has masculine energy. Everything has feminine energy. As someone who was born into a female body, a woman-centric body, I don't know even the correct terms no more. Look at that grapefruit. Oh, shoot. Again, organic, because y'all know we only doing organics right now. For organic situations. You are what you eat. I did bring a napkin today. Not nearly enough, but I got a towel in here because it's a grapefruit. I figured it would get juicy. But I did bring a napkin today. One lonely napkin. So yeah, talking about energies. And I really don't want to. Y'all leaned over this rock like this in y'all face, but I feel like I gotta get in here. Not because of what I'm talking about, but because this rock is splitting my booty right now. Kind of like this grapefruit. I know that was TMI, but this gonna be TMI. If you're here watching, you get to all the T and the M and the A. So anyway, I was born in a female body. I am a female. Okay. Shout out to the women born women. Because it's hard being a woman, man. I'll tell you. It's hard being a woman. But we do all have masculine energy. And I know I ain't said shit and I'm 7 minutes in, so let me get to it. Did y'all know that sometimes I hate to say facts because I don't want to get fact checked and then be wrong, but I'm okay with being wrong, even though I'm an Aries and I love to be right back. Allegedly, I'm just gonna say allegedly because that's what they do when things are rumors. Everybody starts out as a woman. Y'all in the science community, y'all can put that scientific communication in the comments. Chromosome wise. Women is XX. You know when I was little, how I remember that was because women have titties that milk comes out of. And the nipples, you have to put X's on the nipples. That's how I memorized that way. And then men have a penis that comes between their legs, like a Y. So in theory, the Y is the legs and the penis. That's how I remember the chromosome. So if you're ever not sure, XX, titties, that's legs. XY, ping ping, that's a baby, male baby. I didn't mean to say that's a baby, that's a male. And yeah, your gender forms in the womb. Obviously, we have gender reveals now. Which, who made that a thing? But whatever. I ain't tripping. That tells you if it's a boy or girl. But we all have masculine and feminine energy regardless of what your body looks like. The masculine is the doer energy. It's the action principle. The feminine is the creative energy, the planner, the receiver. Okay? So, think about trauma, specifically sexual trauma. And sometimes it can put you in hyperdrive of one of those energies. Sometimes you become too masculine because you're in survival mode. The masculine energy is the protector, the provider, the fighter. Okay? And when you're in survival mode, a lot of times that masculine energy has to get shit done, has to help you survive. You know, has to call some shots, has to make some plays, has to step on some toes. That's why I said Ali was bold. I'm bold anyway, because I'm an Aries. But Allie would step on some toes to get shit done. And furthermore, don't care about if you like it when I'm doing it. I ain't stay at no jobs I ain't like too long. Mind you, I was working hella jobs to get money and pay my rent and just be distracted at certain times in my life. 2 years is a long time to assess some shit, right? So, for me, I was in my masculine and feminine at different times in the 10 years, you know? And praise God for my parents who were so supportive and helped me get through the 2 years financially. But even as someone who was in their masculine principle primarily, I was real guarded. I was real hard. I was real, don't even like to ask for help, honestly. And I'm not saying that all people in their masculine will show up the same way that I'm saying. I'm not saying all SA survivors have the same symptoms or even deal with it the same way. Everybody's different, obviously. We are all having our own human experience. Don't judge me, judge your mama. Huh? Actually, don't judge your mama either. Don't judge nobody. It's really where I try to keep it light at, because everybody's trying to get through. Everybody's going through their own journey. So sometimes I've done things in my masculine I'm not proud of. And at the end of the day, it might have just been a survival tactic. Or it might have just been me not recognize I could be soft in my feminine. I could receive. I was safe. You know? A lot of women operating in their masculine. There's a thing going around right now. Let me finish sentences. I'm working on this. Operating in their masculine maybe don't feel safe. Or they are making themselves feel safe and supported and provided for. Okay? I've seen posts where people were mocking a woman are saying, I need a man to make me feel soft first and then I'll be soft. Now, while I don't completely agree with it, I understand the sentiment. Because when a woman feels safe, she's able to let her guard down and be feminine, be soft, be in that nurturing energy. But if she don't feel safe, she won't. Really that simple. And women, that's where we got it fucked up. You have to present soft to receive provision to be soft. Most people ain't really coming in trying to make no hard ass bitch be soft. You just be hard. Oh, you hate the world right now. Oh, you ain't fucking with niggas. Oh, you ain't this, that, and the third. You can handle it all by yourself. That's where they got us tricked. That independent women movement. We should be dependents until we ain't gotta be. Put me on somebody's taxes. I want to depend on somebody. They put all this language out here, like pick me language, like, well, how's she gonna get picked unless they know you want to get picked? But you gotta be soft in your feminine anyway to get picked most times. The ones calling pick me's are in their masculine usually, from what I've seen. And this ain't to point out no flaws in the people on either side of that, because I've been on both sides of that. I've been a pick me and I've been a fuck you. Okay? So, masculine and feminine energy. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs talks about how you have to secure your stability first. Your basic needs have to be met first, typically, before you can actually be in your feminine. You know, some people are just more naturally feminine. Growing up, I was a tomboy. My daddy was in the army. My mama was a teacher. I say they raised a militant learner. So, yeah, I'm a girl, but I hung with mostly boys. I didn't really do the cliques of girls. I'm never really a clique person anyway, but I never really understood it. I respect it, Part of me probably jealous and envious of it. Because up until college, I didn't just have chicks that I was just cool with in groups. And the times that I did, I was betrayed in it, or I betrayed them. Being real. Whether they knew it was betrayal, whether I knew it was their betrayal. Bitches be conniving out here. And especially over men. Because there's more of us and less of them. Survival of the fittest. But trauma sometimes can rewire your brain. Not sometimes. Trauma rewires your brain. I don't know if it's getting dark out here, if the iPad is just a little fuzzy. Maybe I should. I'm gonna give it about 8 more minutes till I go. Because I gotta hit 24 minutes from my recordings, technically, for me to satisfy my own personal requirements. Or I can talk to y'all for about 8 more minutes. Shoot, I've been eating for 5-10 minutes. Probably would have had to mess it out by now. So thank you for watching. But if you aren't able to be soft, maybe do an inventory of your surroundings and how safe and secure you feel. Because like I was saying, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, your basic needs usually have to be met first, like your security, your shelter, your food, clothing. As a woman, I believe there is a part of us that wants to be the nurturer, wants to be soft and feminine and kind to men and to people, to children, to animals, to plants. It's like in us, not on us. That's just how we built. And I praise God for that. Men are built to go get it. Built to protect. Built to provide, you know, something in them usually. But a lot of men have been feminized. Now hold your horses, men, because I'm not coming for you. I'm coming for you. Okay? Different. I'm coming for you. Okay? They're raised by their mamas, their grandmas, their aunties. And they've picked up a lot of feminine traits. So while they may present masculine, they may be emotional like a woman. They may expect certain things to be done by a woman because they've seen strong women do it. Women who were in their masculine, who didn't have a choice because there might not have been a man around, or maybe there was a man around but the man was in his feminine. Or sometimes people can be in different energies and have different roles. A woman can be in her masculine and a man can be in his feminine, and that worked for them. I've seen that work too. So I've seen it done. I don't know if I've seen it work. It's about safetyness. And men who are in their receiving energy, operating in their feminine energy, it's about how much are you providing, how much are you giving. If you had to take inventory yourself. And I'm not saying that women can't give. I love to give. I'm a giver. I don't know how to receive. And that might be that hard shit right there. Me being in my masculine. Not knowing that that's a feminine principle. I'm supposed to be able to receive. I'm working on that. If you want to give to me, please, I'm receiving. Let me drop my Cash App and you can teach me how to receive. Nah, but for real. A lot of us have to unlearn what we've learned and recognize what formed it. Is it rooted in trauma? Oh, I could have left all that in here. Is it rooted in trauma? Is it rooted in some childhood wounds? Is it rooted in what I saw growing up? Most of it is yes, yes, yes. All of those things. All of the above. It's getting dark out here. You know, the more I decided to talk more about what I've learned and like detach from my trauma I'm recognizing I'm creating a different identity that is more attached to my trauma than I knew, because I'm speaking on it as if I'm so well versed in it, and I've learned so much and I've grown so much. But someone out there need to hear this, because again, recreating yourself, stepping into new lanes, new identities, masculine and feminine energy can be worked on. Even me being girlier, I got my nails done and stuff. I'm working on wearing my jewelry again. My jewelry, my crystals. I'm getting back up on my crystal game. I'm gonna get me a nameplate necklace. I've never had one of those. It's gonna say Lachey though, which I'm very excited about. Keeping my hair done, which, mind you, this is my workout hair. It was also my birthday hair. And I'll likely be blonde moving forward, shades of blonde, because they say blondes have more fun. Let me find out. I've been blonde and different types of blonde before, but I'm gonna really turn it up, because 2026, I can do whatever I want to, and you can do whatever you want to too. It's your life. You can do whatever you want to. At any point, you can take charge and say, hey, this is my life, and I'm gonna live it how I want to and how I think God needs me to live it to be the best person that the world needs. And if we all worked more on ourselves, then collectively, we will change the world. If you want to be a world changer, you have to change your own world first. And I'm talking to me as I talk to you, obviously, because we're just reflections. And thank you for watching this, because if you are watching this, you are helping me recognize that this is part of my purpose, and I am doing the right thing, and I am in alignment, and I am being obedient. And I do got something to say, and I do got somebody who want to hear it, want to see it, want to feel it. Okay. So feel me. Also, again, shout out to my homeboy who called me Lachey Love. There's already a Lachey Love. I probably should have known that and looked that up before I just was like, all right, Lachey Love over and out and shit. So Lachey Love, don't come for me. However, I still like it, and my last name being Lee, it's Lachey Love Lee. So if y'all want to refer to me, Lachey Love Lee will work for me. Or Lachey Love Lee. Both of those are fine. But yeah, y'all, it's just a matter of unlearning things that have had to make us hard and that we built up as armor. You might not need that armor anymore. Okay? And God does fortify us and give us the tools that we need sometimes to get through seasons of our life. However, once that season is over, you might not need that tool to use at your disposal on your tool belt. Put it in the toolbox for when you need to go get it. But you might not need that as like your primary tool. Maybe you're not building that anymore. Maybe you've built the shed that you needed to build. The she shed, the he shed, the shed. And you're on to something else. And that was a masculine analogy, because, you know, even when we think about building, and that's a masculine thing too, but God is building all of us. And we are co-creators, and we are building it with God. So just know that the divine feminine and masculine principles have to come together in union, usually, okay? For you to obtain and achieve your highest self and your highest life. They have to be in union with each other. Just like men need women, women need men, we need each other. And I think there need to be more of that talked about. Men, we need y'all. I love y'all, especially my black men. Oh, I love y'all. Black women, I love y'all too. And I haven't shown y'all nearly enough love as a black woman, because again, as women, we be in competition. And I've always felt in competition with, or subconsciously in competition with. So we just need to love on ourselves more, bring our masculine and feminine into union, so that we can show up whole for our counterparts, for our families, for our friends, for our lovers, for our communities. Okay, so I'll touch on some of that more. I know I did a lot of rambling and probably more eating than talking and teaching, but identify different ways in yourself that you might be in your masculine principle. Look into it. See what that means. What does that actually look like in your own life? Apply it to yourself. What does it look like being in your feminine? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be in the energies that you're always in right now? Some of y'all in your feminine energies need to get a little grit, okay? And I'm not just talking to the men on that, because some of y'all men, even though y'all be sassy, we say that's a word these days, some of y'all be sassy. Y'all need to check that too. We don't like that sass. But also, men don't like to be sassy either, ladies. So check that too. You know, it's a time and a place to pull the feminine out, pull the sass out, pull the, you know, and it's a time and a place to pull the right feminine out and pull the sass out, okay? So, that's the word. It's getting dark. I'm going to get up out of here, but the Shay Lovely, over and out.